guys, Mike in the Woods here, and I finally get to go on my very first overnight skatepacking trip. And if you don't know what skatepacking is, man, you really haven't been watching my videos. It's essentially backpacking on an electric skateboard. On my DIY custom-built board that I made just for such a purpose. I got a 27 kilometer ride ahead of me. So that's what we're doing today, kids. You know the drill. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Hit the like button if you find this interesting, and if you have any questions or you just want to laugh at me, comment down below. Said that about my battery lasting, and now it's literally about to die. I'm on full throttle right now, and I'm just barely crawling. It's still going, barely.
Slight left onto Waterfront Trail.
Okay, as fun as this is, seeing how far I can go at a snail's pace. I'm gonna swap the battery over. Okay, well, that's the one that just got emptied. I'm gonna disconnect from you. Reconnect to the other one. And just like that, I've done a battery change. And that is the beauty of my particular build, with a top-mounted hot swappable battery. Now I have to do one of these, get it to gently close, and just like that we're good for another 20-odd kilometers. I do have my tiny little battery in my backpack in case I need that extra bit of range. I'm actually not too surprised that it only managed to do 20 kilometers because I'm carrying an extra 40 pounds of gear. Anyways, onwards and upwards. Okay, so there, the yellow post is the power where I get to recharge my board for the trip home tomorrow. And otherwise, this is home, sweet home. The fire pit, some firewood, picnic table, board. I'm gonna get set up and make some food because I'm hungry. Well, here we are. First official skatepacking campsite. See, it's important that I'm not all talk and I actually live up to the things that I'm trying to talk about. Right? So I made all these videos about skatepacking, but it don't mean anything unless I actually get out here and do it myself. So here I am. Alright. I like camping towards the end of the main season because it starts to get a little less crazy. I mean, I'm still balls to the wall with other campsites, but oh well, people are going to think I'm crazy talking to myself. Feet are sore from the ride over. I did, I should probably turn my geo tracker off. Let's see how far this ride was. So in total today, I rode 29.57 kilometers. It's not bad. I'll take a screenshot of all the statistics, put that up on the screen. I chewed through about a battery and a half on my two big batteries. And I got a double header. So I'm doing this skatepacking overnighter today. And then next weekend, I got 2 nights out in the bush with the bushcraft crew, whose shirt I'm repping right now. It's been a while since I've done a trip video on me out by myself. It's usually always with someone else. This is good. Normally I don't like to film front country, like drive up campsite type camping. I've kind of shied away from filming those types of trips because they're boring. None of you guys want to watch that. But the unique flavor to this one is skatepacking, right? I didn't drive a car up here, I rode my skateboard, you guys saw. So yeah, as part of my quest to combine futuristic tech with outdoors experiences, my electric skateboard that I built exactly for this purpose, you know, backpacking, this is my first skatepacking trip. This is the first time I've gone camping on my skateboard. This particular trip is mundane. It's a single overnighter at Darlington Provincial Park. It was a 30-kilometer ride to get here, and I head back home in the morning. So nothing crazy, but this is a good shakedown trip. It'll get me, I'll figure out if there's anything I need to change. I can already see how much range I lose just from having so much gear. 40 pounds of gear, and the battery loses 5 kilometers of range. And I'm not like aggressive with it either. I ride on a low gear, get myself a good kickstart from a standstill, try and do everything I can to maintain range. So with the 2 beefy batteries, I can get 40 kilometers of range. With the little guy, and I guess that adds another 7. So with the 3 batteries, that pushes me close to the 50 kilometer range. So what I'm probably going to do, it'll make my pack even heavier, but I'm thinking about getting a third beefy they're actually 325 watt-hour batteries, the big beefy ones. So I'll have 3 of those, maybe the little guy. Total of 1 kilowatt hour of battery capacity. It'll make my pack really heavy, but it'll also boost my range. And that'll give me enough range to do 50 kilometers between charge spots, with a bit of buffer in case there's like rough terrain or going uphill. Alright, gotta get my tent set up. You guys are familiar with the battle box tent that I always use. Steal a piece of firewood to mash in my tent stakes. I didn't bring an axe or anything, so I don't have anything to really beat my stakes in, so I gotta make do with what I got. Okay. Tent is all staked down. Now I gotta put the rain fly on. Okay, so here's home for the night. I definitely half-assed that rain fly. Okay, I'm gonna make use of this charging switch. What do we got to work with? And those are the big needles. Power bar. Chargers. These damn things, plus that extra battery, there's 10 pounds of the 40-pound weight right there. Okay. Plug this power bar in. Like so. So this is a fast charger. I'm supposed to have 2 of these. Unfortunately, Onboard decided they only wanted to ship me 1 of the 2 I ordered. So I'm currently waiting on the second one to ship. For this overnight trip though, I only need the 1 plus my regular charger. I only did about half the distance I plan to do daily. Okay. Put you in. Very warm. Oh, you're not. There, now you are. Okay. Let's get you a close-up of what's going on in there. Alright. So you have the 2 big beefy batteries. Those are 324 watt hours each. Battery number 1. Oh, we got power, which is good. Battery number 2, plugged in and charging. I'll cover this up so it don't look too sketchy. Okay. I'm gonna put this over top of it A, just in case some debris falls down, and B, it's less noticeable to prying eyes. The stupid nylon sheet's already got holes in it. That's what I get for getting it from the dollar store. Okay, board's plugged in, charging. Those will be good for a few hours before I gotta check up on them. Yeah, so I smell campfire, and the smell of campfire always makes me hungry because I know it means cooking food. My tent's set up. Still gotta set up my sleeping pad, but that doesn't take very long. So I'm basically all set up. I gotta work on the process so it doesn't take as long. Especially for longer trips where I'm doing this every day, tearing down and setting back up again. I gotta make it a much more efficient process. Anyways, I think I'm gonna get the fire going, cook some food. Okay, first thing I gotta do is gotta collect some tinder and kindling. Thankfully there seems to be a fair amount of it around, even though this is a well-trodden campground. I think because it's starting to get towards the end of the camping season, it's not as overrun. I want to show you something. I just found this when I was hunting for sticks. Check this thing out. I thought it was a rock, but it's not. I think it's a mushroom. Not sure what kind. I'm not a fungus expert. Yeah, it's super lightweight. It's almost like a sponge. It's got a very spongy texture and weight to it. What do you think that is? Let me know in the comments. I've never seen anything like that. Closest thing I know of is a puffball. But I've never seen a puffball myself, so. Okay, let's see if I can get this fire started here. Very interested to see how I get this started because I don't have my camp knife, so I can't cut this down into smaller pieces. I'm gonna see what I can do here. Okay. All I got is my multi-tool for cutting, which is intentional. I'm trying to cut down on as much weight as I can here. Okay. Oh my god. Hope this is dry. Oh, we got some birch bark, I think. That'll be useful. Ooh. Well, I don't know if you can see that from that far away. It's all like fibrous and cracking. Maybe it won't be so hard to get this thing started after all. Nestle this in there. And nestle this in there. Nestle that in there. Yeah. I should have brought an axe with me, but that would have been too much weight for the boards, man. Too much weight. Okay. I'm going to do that. And all this cracked up and put inside. Every camping vid's got to have half of it dedicated to the campfire, right? I actually got super lucky. Beside my campsite here, there's a little section of forest. There's actually quite a few dead trees in there, so I got all the kindling I could need if I need it. Just can't let the camp guys see me because technically I'm not supposed to be using this wood. That'll be our little secret. I bought wood, but I need something to grow the fire to the larger pieces. Okay, that should be enough. Alright, so for tinder, I use a combination of this birch bark and this thing of paper towel I grabbed while I was in the bathroom at the registration desk. This should be enough to get me started. I'm going to zoom in so you can see what the heck I'm doing here. Oh. Okay, so I'm shredding this into as fine fibers as I can manage. Makes it easier to catch a spark though. I do have a lighter if I get lazy, but I always want to get some practice in with the ferro rod when I can. Okay, could probably finally shred this even more, but you've got a pile of shredded napkin. I'm gonna put that right in the center here. And I'm also gonna shred this up a bit more. Just kind of do one of these. Get all the fibers all loosened up and ready to catch a spark and catch on fire. So it's early fall. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of dead leaves around, or at least, yeah, none of the trees look like, these particular ones don't look like they're really catching color yet. That and the park probably cleans them up too. Okay, so between all of that, should hopefully be enough to catch a spark. Okay, try and do this so you can actually see. So I actually use the saw portion of my multi-tool for this, because that's the only part that actually creates a spark. So, get myself right into here. See if I can do the 1 spark challenge. Nope. Oh, there she goes. Took a couple strikes, but I got her. Alright, I'm not going to call it yet because it can always peter out, but I think I've got it. Then my ferro rod. I've scraped it so much that it's actually missing half of it towards the base there. This is just a cheap Cochran's one too. Okay, I'll let that propagate a bit and hopefully catch on to the bigger logs. Then cook some food, because I'm hungry. Okay, fire's going. I think I've got it going to the point where it's going to successfully propagate to the giant logs. I got the big ones stacked around to dry out any remaining moisture that's in them, so that if I toss them in the morning or something, they'll just catch immediately. They're starting to catch on fire. Maybe I should move them. Okay, oh, I'm back. So I know, probably said this in like my last 2 trip videos, but I know trip videos are typically the least performing videos on my channel. Especially skatepacking related content for some reason. Now, just had an ember burn my leg. I know skatepacking content is one of my least performing topics. Because like I always say, I try to focus on ways that futuristic tech intersect with traditional outdoors experiences. So 3D printing does really well. The Cybertruck videos do really well. So you're probably going to see me leaning heavily into Cybertruck related content. Which actually does give me hope for when I actually do get my truck. Those videos are going to do extremely well in like a 1.5 years when I finally take delivery. I have all kinds of cool ideas I want to do. I want to do some road trips, because at campsites like this with electrical service, when I was over there plugging in the electric skateboard there, they had the I forget what the standard is, but it's like the heavy duty electric outlet that RVs use, and you can use that to charge an electric vehicle. In my case, it'd be the Cybertruck, so that's really cool. I want to try my hand at overlanding in the backcountry. I want to try my hand at some long-term backcountry camping using the Cybertruck as like a sort of power bank. If you haven't watched any of my Cybertruck related videos, I'll link it at the top of the screen right there. It's so interesting for backcountry use, because if you take a look at how an electric vehicle is made, it's literally just a giant battery bank at the base of the vehicle. The Cybertruck in the bed is going to have electrical outlets, so I can plug things in to charge or just directly run tools and stuff. And because it's an electric vehicle, you can plug in to any electrical outlet to charge it, and most importantly, you can charge it with solar. So it'll be cool to set up in the backcountry. I have some cool ideas to create this giant fold-out ultralight solar array with the goal of being able to charge the truck about 100 kilometers of range a day, maybe more. My fire is running low. I gotta stoke it. Ah. Oh. You burned my finger. It's okay. I got no one to blame for that but myself. Don't touch wood in the fire. That one's gonna sting all week. So I got a nice bed of coal starting in there, which is good. Getting smoked dead here. Gotta be careful how much smoke I breathe in, because that's what gives me the sore throat at night when I go camping. So yeah, as I was saying, I know the trip videos are my least performing videos on the channel, especially when combined with stuff like skatepacking and electric skateboards. But that's how this channel started, you know. I was a cheap Joe Robinette wannabe, basically. And then right around the time the Cybertruck was unveiled, that kind of gave me an idea of what I wanted to do with my channel and how to have my own identity as an outdoors YouTuber. I always make the joke that outdoors YouTubers are Ontario's biggest export. You've got Joe Robinette, you've got Steve Wallace, he's not in Ontario, but he's Canadian. You've got Jim Baird, well, Ted too, so the Baird brothers. And there's at least a couple others that I'm not remembering right now. There's dozens of us. So these sorts of things I do because A, I like doing them. I like being out camping. It is something I enjoy. I'm not stuck at my desk making top 10s and tutorials all the time. Because some people come to the channel for those top 10s and tutorials, right? And it's a bit different in content compared to these trips where I'm out, and it's more of a fluid situation where I'm talking to the camera. I'm not reading scripted lines. This is just me off the cuff, which I've never been good at. I've never been good at talking off the cuff. That's why if you watch my videos and top 10s and stuff, I'll film the intro with me talking to the camera. But other than that, it's literally me just reading lines off a script because I can't remember all of those lines and be able to talk to the camera. I can only do like a paragraph at most. So enough for the intro, and then just narrate from a script for the rest of the video, which is good. Like I've gotten pretty decent at that, but it's definitely a different type of video from this. So yeah, it seems to be relatively rare that I actually manage to get out and do trips on my own. So whenever I start planning on a trip, I got my buddy Matt, who asks if he can tag along, which always makes things more entertaining. Or I'm out with the bushcraft guys, which is what my trip next weekend is. So there'll be this video, which is my overnight skatepacking video, and the very next video that'll follow this, 2 nights, me and Matt will be joining all the bushcraft guys up at one of our members' places. He's kind enough to let us camp on his property. And it's going to be like a bushcraft, bow saw / rucksack frame building kind of workshop type thing. Which reminds me, actually I got to go and pick up some saw blades. So much like the bushcraft saw you see made by some of the members in the winter bushcraft from last year or the year before. I'll link that one up at the top of the screen there. You can watch that. That was a cool trip. That was rough on me. That was over a 10-kilometer hike with all the winter gear. The next video is going to be more of a bushcraft group video. After that, I've got a couple Cybertruck related videos. I'm going to do one where I compare the Cybertruck specs to the Rivian R1T, both pickup trucks, both electric. And then in October, there's another bushcraft camp. This one's a 5-kilometer hike into the Queen Elizabeth II wildlands. So it's kind of sad to see summer go. All the trees are starting to get their fall colors, the temperature's starting to drop. It's decently warm right now, it's probably close to 20 degrees Celsius. But on the ride over here, oh man, it was windy and it had to be only like 14 degrees Celsius, maybe a little bit cooler. It's going to be a chilly night tonight. But I got my winter sleeping bag, well, late fall, early spring sleeping bag. That combined with my sleeping pad and my coat and everything, I should be good for tonight. I should be nice and comfortable. Alright, so fire seems to be getting a nice bed of embers there. So I think it's time to dig out some food and get some food on the go. Alright, so I got my 10-liter dry bag, which you probably remember from my 10-liter dry bag Lost Fisherman Survival Challenge. Yet another camping trip I've been on. If you haven't watched that, I'll link to the playlist up there. It's probably one of my more interesting trip series. Anyways, I just keep this as my food bag for this trip. Alright, so for lunch, dinner, probably dinner at this time. I'm gonna check the time. Yeah, so it's 4 o'clock, it's basically dinner time. I've got a Canadian MRE. I'm gonna tear into this bad boy. I got some other stuff in the thing here, like some coffee and some oatmeal and some beans. But we're gonna tear into the good stuff. Let's see what we got here. It's wieners and beans, I already know that. It says it on the front. And that's why I got this one. Okay, this is turning into an impromptu unboxing video. Oh. Okay. Oh man, it's been a while since I smelled that. Reminds me of cadets. So that's my wieners and beans. This is my soldier fuel, whatever the hell that is. Made with real peanut butter. I guess this is the... Oh, it's a beverage pouch. Matches. I forgot these came with matches. That's nice. Ooh, Nescafe coffee. That's much appreciated. Hamburger bun. Eat that with the wieners and beans. Apple and brown sugar crunchy cereal. Grape sports drink. Another grape sports drink. Wow, actually, you know what this reminds me of? Back when I was a kid, I used to get those dollar surprise bags that came with all sorts of candies in them. Kind of reminds me of that. It's like the adult version of that. We got our compressed napkin. Got strawberry jam. I'm not sure what the frig I'm gonna eat that on. Tic Tacs. More peanut butter. A satchel of Frank's Red Hot, which is actually pretty cool. I guess this is the dessert. Sliced peaches. And a pretty heavy-duty plastic spork. Again, it's been a long time since I've had a MRE, like an actual military ration. For those of you who don't know what this is the these are the military rations that the Army actually issues. It's not like a civilian version. It's the actual Army one, which is pretty cool. Make sure I keep all my trash isolated here. Okay, so I'm going to get out my wieners and beans. Tell you one thing, these things are not packed very well. Cooking instructions. Place unopened pouch in pan of boiling water. Return water to boil and heat for 5 minutes. Remove pouch, open at notches, and serve. Alright, so you guys all know my standard camp cooking setup here. Get my gas out of the way. Oh, check this out. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. See that van? That's pretty cool. My fiance is in love with the VW minibus, Volkswagen minibus, and obviously I'm dead set on the Cybertruck. But I told her if this channel does well, the next electric vehicle we'll get is the new electric VW minibus. That made her happy. So make sure you subscribe and watch my stuff so that she gets her her electric VW. Okay, I need water. I figure out where the water station is and go make a trip there later. So we're gonna Submerge that, and apparently pee all over myself. That was a waste of water. Anyways, we're gonna boil that. That's warm. Got that sandwiched in there. I'll let that boil. In the meantime, I'm gonna try this soldier fuel bar. Sorry about all the noise in the background, by the way. There's people everywhere now. Not much I can do about it, unfortunately. Now let's try the soldier bar. Oh man, just like everything that's in these MREs, look at this thing, it is dense. How would I describe that? It's like half cookie, half peanut butter. I also haven't had my afternoon caffeine yet, so what I think I'll do is make a coffee. Got enough for one right now, and then one for the morning. The morning one is when I really need it. 2. Man, I'm almost out of my water already. So, they opened the gym up in my apartment again, in the basement. So I actually went to the gym for the first time again yesterday. I didn't push myself too hard. I'm going to try and ease back into it. But, yeah, I know I've been really out of shape. This pandemic certainly hasn't helped any. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Alright. And boiling says it's done. Let's find out. Find out what's in here. Well, okay, I know what's in here. Let's see what it looks like. Wieners and beans. Now, what does the wieners and beans need? It needs a hamburger bun. I actually do normally eat like a toast or something with my hot dogs and beans. Kind of grew up eating them. What is this? I think McDonald's has thicker buns than this. Alright, I'm gonna eat this with the spork. Okay, nice, big. Nice, reasonable mouthful. Tastes about how I'd expect it to. Wieners and beans with a crap load of preservative. My coffee's not even boiling yet. No dinner is complete without dessert. But it wants this to be boiled too. Nah, I'm just gonna eat it cold, dog. Okay, cold peaches. I don't know why I want it to be heated up. It's just literally peaches in water. Peaches. Not bad. Okay, it took like 20 minutes, but the coffee water is finally boiled and ready for coffee. It's palatable water. It didn't need to be boiled, but I just like making sure it's hot for my coffee. And not much else to do here for the night, just kind of relax and talk to you guys. There's so much ash in this water. Oh, one does not simply boil water in a campfire and not have a crap ton of ash in there. So I know the MRE is supposed to be spread out for a lot longer than what I mowed it down in, but I was hungry. I was a hungry boy. I hadn't eaten since this morning. Starting to get a little chilly. I just checked the weather. It says it's 12 degrees right now. It's starting to cool down. It was even cooler than this on the ride in this morning, so I think it was maybe closer to 10 degrees, maybe a little bit lower on the ride in this morning. Oh, so what's new in your guys' lives? Let me know in the comments down below. Been on any cool trips lately? Probably sleep with my food in the tent tonight. What's left of it anyways. And the garbage in that. Try and keep it sealed up so at least it's not leaking scent. May have to worry about mice. Raccoons. I know raccoons are a major concern here. Because I had some bad experiences at this camp with raccoons before. The only thing I'd actually be worried about is mice biting through my tent. Oh, that is... it tastes so much like ash. I don't have crazy zoom on my lens, so I can't zoom it in any closer than that. Little wee birdie. Looks like a sparrow, maybe? It's a little different than a sparrow. Something sparrow-like. Oh, we got spooked. Well, it is starting to chill out a little bit. I think it's time to put the old puffer jacket on. Which is actually quite cool right now itself. Let's see what the weather's going to be. I took a look at it earlier. I'm going to show you guys. Yeah, we got a frost advisory for tonight, which is weird because it's not supposed to go to 0. Is it going to get close? That's the weather for tonight. Oh, well, went and had a poop and refilled my water. I walked really far just to go get water and then realized like a third of the way to where I wound up filling up, there was a place to fill up my water bottles. So that sucked. At least I got full water bottles now. Unfortunately, I might have talked about this before, but during certain weather changes, my head just starts absolutely pounding. I think it's related to pressure changes. And over the course of the day, it's been getting progressively worse. Now it's starting to set in. I got a full-on headache. So I'm gonna dig into my first aid kit and dig out some ibuprofen, some vitamin I. It's not dehydration, because I make sure I stay hydrated. I've already gone through almost 3 liters of water today, so I don't think it's dehydration. Always good to have everything in a first aid kit that you know you'll need. In this case, some painkillers. So, just a little container full of some 200 milligram ibuprofen tablets. I wouldn't be taking this unless my head was absolutely hurting. It's not sunstroke, it's not heat stroke, because it is actually quite cold today. It's just age. Getting older sucks. All the outdoors YouTubers seem to have some sort of health problem that plagues them. With Joe, it's his IBS. With me, it's random headaches. Alright, well, no time like the present to blow up my air mattress, I guess. Just been sitting here, literally not doing anything. Just letting the ibuprofen kick in. Meds always hit me super hard. The 200 milligrams of ibuprofen just knocks me right on my butt. That's why I don't like taking stuff like that unless I really have to. And headaches like that are the only thing that get me bad enough to want to take it. So we've got the Klymit Static V insulated in this bad boy. If you're in the market for a 4-season pad, I can't recommend this enough. It's been with me on a few trips. this bad boy inflated. All inflated. Oh, these headaches aren't fun, man. They're happening more and more frequently, too. Moral of the story, don't get old. Oh, he popped up for a second, then he ran away again. So this DSLR picks up everything, but one thing I'm grateful that it does pick up is all the nature sounds. Even here in a very densely populated campground, you can still hear all the birds and stuff. And it's towards the end of the day, starting to get a little dark. The sun's going down. Probably still shows up as pretty bright on the DSLR, but it's yeah, sun's starting to go down. Probably got about an hour, maybe hour and a half of light left. Fire's died down. I'm being a lazy bum, just sitting here and enjoying having nothing to do. Just checked on my board. The battery that was only half drained, that I plugged the slow charger into, that one's fully charged. The other one that was fully depleted, that's got the fast charger on it, it was nearing being done. The charger was cool, which usually means it's towards finishing the charging. Actually, I bet you if I went and checked it right now, it'd probably be done. I'll probably top it up in the morning because it'll get cold overnight and it'll probably lose a tiny bit of charge. Yeah, see, I was right. Done charging. Yeah, good. This has been a good proof of concept so far. I'm happy with the results. So, like I said early on in the video, I brought a novel with me. It's probably not what most of you would expect me to have brought. So, my channel is half tech, so there's a good chance at least a portion of you are some good old-fashioned nerds. I look like a scruffy outdoorsman, but at heart, I'm just a nerd. A really, really big nerd. So, a shout out to all my viewers who happen to be Avatar fans. Been a fan of Avatar for a while. Just recently started getting into the extended universe. This is my reading material. It's getting a little dark to read. Probably showing up brighter on the camera than it actually is outside right now. So I got this puck light that you've seen me use a couple times before. If I can figure it. There we go. So it's like an accordion style light here. And this will hopefully allow me to read my book. I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but that is freaking cool, man. There's like a crap ton of fireflies up in the trees there. You see that? Oh man, that looks so awesome. Can you see that? Yeah, I can see it showing up on the camera. Oh man, that is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. That is so many fireflies. That is so cool. I really hope this comes out on the camera, man. Oh, that's so awesome. I've never seen so many of them. That is so cool. Okay, it's 9 o'clock, it's dark out. Still relatively early, but I'm gonna retire to the tent for the night. I'm gonna wiggle my way in there. Maybe read some more Avatar. Yeah, those fireflies, they're still at it. That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. That is amazing. Never thought I'd see something like that at a run-of-the-mill campsite like this. It's like waves of light in the air, man. That's cool. Really hope that shows up on the camera for you guys. That's so awesome. Try to wiggle my way in here. Oh, I'm already warm. Oh, I love this sleeping bag so much. So, you might have noticed, I've just got my normal running shoes. The reason being, the grip on those skateboards will tear apart the tread on my trail runners. Anyways, here's a neat trick if you didn't know. If you want your shoes or boots or whatever to be warm and dry in the morning, put them in the foot of your sleeping bag. Oh, this sleeping bag is so warm. I love it. Best thrift store find ever. Okay. I'm in. Now I gotta bring you guys in and get this zipped up. Okay. I'm blinding my face, but at least you guys can see me now. This sleeping bag is so warm. It's like 8 or 9 degrees out right now. I am snug as a bug in this sleeping bag. You know what? I think I might just try and sleep. Now that I'm in here, all nice and comfy, I'm pretty knackered, pretty tired. Now, ibuprofen's done a good job of getting me a little bit tired too. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And try and sleep. I'll catch up with you guys first thing in the morning. Good morning. It's about 7 o'clock, shortly thereafter. 6:59. I slept alright last night. Definitely got cold, but I was nice and toasty in this sleeping bag. Throat's sore as heck this morning. I don't know if it's from snoring or breathing in the smoke last night. At least it's not swollen though. That's when it starts to concern me. I've had a couple nights I've camped out where I breathed in too much smoke, and overnight my throat like swelled up to the point where I almost couldn't breathe. That was scary. I'm in no rush to get up. I'm probably gonna laze around in here for a little while longer. Build up the energy to get out and make some breakfast and my coffee. Okay, let's get set up here. Probably about a full can of gas between the two of these canisters here. Let's finish off the empty one first. That's this guy. Hopefully I can get some pressure out of there because it's a little cold. Why is it turning? Stop! It's unscrewing itself. So use my ferro rod. Alright, I'm gonna do this right so that I don't waste a crap ton of water this time. I'm gonna put this in there first and then fill this up with water. Okay. So, last night I had to charge my phone overnight because using the GPS to navigate here really kills the phone's battery. So, let's see here. 43 from 100%. So it drained over half just to charge my phone overnight. I left it plugged in. But Another reason I have this power bank is so I can charge up my remote. 1. 2. I'm surprised that little gas canister's still going. I got the other one, the one that was more full. It's in my sweatshirt pocket here, so I can warm it up. That way it's not so low pressure. Because if you've never used a gas stove before, it depends entirely on what gas you're using, but the colder it gets, the pressure inside drops, and sometimes they'll just outright stop working entirely if you don't get one meant for cold weather. Yeah, it still says it's 10 degrees. Don't feel like it. Feels like it's a little bit warmer, but whatever. I'll believe the weather. First sip of caffeine in the morning. Yep, that's warm. And it doesn't taste like ash. Pull this off. Let that stand for a little bit. Turn my gas off. Let's see what we got here. What are they? Southern chili style. They're not hot, but they're warm enough to be enjoyable. So it's also a good idea to just go and make sure I didn't shake anything loose during the crazy journey in yesterday. It was very vibrating, so I'm worried the trucks might have shook loose or something. Good thing I checked. I'll do the back. There's like a little pebble or something stuck in one of the gears. There. Yeah, it's always a good thing, especially with these belt drives, to just go around and inspect it. I had some chunks missing out of my wheel, little tiny chunks. Nothing to worry about, but still, just goes to show that damage does happen after a while. Yeah, ESC case was a little loose. Alright, that's all nice and tight on there. It's always a good idea just to do some routine maintenance, make sure everything's all nice and tight on there. Because when I built this thing, I didn't use Loctite there. So. Now comes the sad part, tearing down. Well, that's it, boys and girls. I'm all packed up on my merry way. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, much like combining electric skateboards with backpacking, I take a look at how fun, futuristic technology can intersect with traditional outdoors experiences. So be sure to check out my other videos and consider subscribing if that's your thing. Hit the like button if you found this intriguing, and if you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. I'll leave some links in the description if you want to help out the channel, such as my online 3D print and paracord shop, and I also have a Patreon now, so check that out if you want some cool rewards. Alright guys, catch you next video.